Welcome back. You're watching the Power Breakfast Show live from the Communication Center here in Nairobi. Where am I? I'm inside a limousine, a Hummer limousine, and I am on the sunroof. Very exciting things. And today we want to delve into the world of luxury vehicles. Does it make sense to buy such a big car? Is it a financial burden, or does it bring you money? So you have to stay tuned. Patrick Gunza, of course, will be joining me a bit later. He says he's stuck in traffic. We'll be finding out more about that, so you don't want to go too far. And like I said, we're here. We want to delve into all this. Such a fantastic car, very big car. We want to know why there's juice, why there's champagne, why there's crisps. So any questions you might be having regards to this show, 22422 is the SMS line. Now I have to make my way out because I need to meet the man who is in charge of all this. Thank you so much, sir. That was very scary. And it is you who is in charge of these things.
Yes, it is.
Dominic, a very good morning to you.
Morning to you.
Maybe you can tell us who you are and what you're about, then we will delve into the matter of cars.
My name is Dominic.
Yes.
Dolo. Director with Royal Hometown Limousines and Events.
Okay.
And that's me.
When did you start this business?
Well, some 5 years ago.
Okay.
That's in the end of 2010 is when we got together, a number of friends, registered a company and said, why not jump into this? We saw a niche.
Why?
We saw a niche, a gap in the market, something that was not there before. And the limousine seemed a perfect idea.
How was the uptake of, this business idea? How do people receive it?
The first thing is when I was told, when I gave a good friend of mine this idea that you're going to go into this, he said, I don't see Kenyans paying for this.
That's the same thing I was going to say.
You'll be surprised. Some months, August, December, we are fully booked.
Weekend after weekend.
Weekend after weekend. Weekend after weekend, yes.
And maybe you can help us understand, when you say you're fully booked, what events are you catering for?
We have a wide range of events, mainly weddings.
Okay.
It's been mainly weddings, but the country is taking up into celebrating. Celebration of our heroes, for example. I think you saw the welcome we had, the 2015 world champion. Yes. Bringing them into the country and appreciating them. So people are appreciating people. A date, a proposal, it could be a birthday, it could be an anniversary, it could be one which is the favorite. You remember Baby Jaden? Yes. And a husband saying thank you for giving me firstborn. Yes. A beautiful girl, a beautiful boy. Pick them up with a limo. A better way of doing that.
We're slowly picking up from the trends in America, because we've seen in the Western world, we see a lot of celebration taking place inside a limo. I'm just wondering, if I wanted a night out with my friends, I can come and hire a limo?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? We have done several bachelorette parties and bachelor parties as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So why do we have champagne here first? Let's start. There's champagne in front of me. Why?
Champagne is always a sign of toasting for celebration. So we tend to have champagne, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, depending on the particular client, because some would prefer not to have alcohol within. And with the mutudo thing, we say, okay, still celebrate and enjoy something by popping up a champagne. Yes.
So is that in all cars, or it's upon my
all our vehicles? It's part of the package.
It's part of the package.
Part of the package.
We've seen a lot of people, choosing this mode of transport as one they'd want to use on their wedding day. And I'm just wondering, could it be is it cheaper than a convoy of cars?
What we sell you is not the cars. We sell you an experience.
It's an experience.
It's an experience that we give you. Royal Hometown is all about providing an experience. Now, the limo provides you with a 10-seater from the Chrysler to a 14-seater, which is the Hummer, and you're able to have your whole bridal party within one car. Now, brides, grooms, all within kila mtu ndani. So the difference you'll find is that you're able to actually focus on your wedding and enjoy, not finding out, where's Jane, where's Max. They are all with you. So it helps with planning and coordinating transport at the same time.
So it's not cheaper? You've avoided the question.
Cheaper is relative. Yes, it's cheaper. It depends. It depends on what cars you want, because we have cars from the Chrysler, the saloon Chryslers, Range Rovers, Mercedes, different cars. If you add a number of cars, you're getting them probably between 40,000 and 70,000 a car, depending on the type of car and the year. The stretch limos go for between 25,000 and 35,000 an hour.
So let's do this now. So there are 3 different types, right?
Yes.
We were from here.
Yes.
So you can tell us what this is officially called.
Yes.
And how many people it can carry.
This is the stretch hammer.
The stretch hammer.
A H2. A beast of a machine, as you can see. It's a 6,000 cc vehicle. Well raised and suitable for off-road as well.
Okay.
Because we have a system. When you come and book a limo with Royal Hometown, what happens is we find out where you want to have the vehicle. We do a recce. We actually come there and tell you, okay, can the limo fit?
Yes.
We have gone all sorts of places, been from Mombasa to Meru to Eldoret to inside Kawangware. So it depends on what the client wants. We have all sorts of clients. People think that, oh, it's only the affluent who go for this.
Yes, yes.
It's not.
Everyone can.
Anybody who has a reason to celebrate is welcome, and we are able to serve you.
Okay, so this is mainly off-road.
Not only off-road, also within, I mean, of course, it will serve both off-road and...
both off-road and on-road, if you can call it that.
It's all about what the client wants, because our service is what the client wants. If somebody wants a stretch hammer, what we're able to do with the Royal Hometown is give you a combination of, let's say, Range Rovers, which will give you the macho look to go with it. If you want a different vehicle, we're able to provide that for you as well. Yes.
All right, so the stretch hammer can carry how many people?
14.
14 people.
Yes.
Okay, let's move here. Yes. This might be easier to enter, to be honest. That one was a bit of a task.
Okay.
And which one is this now?
This is the Chrysler 300C. It's a 3,000 cc vehicle, 8 meters stretched, and of course it's a beautiful vehicle. You'll see the inside.
How many does it carry? How many people
this
does it
carries
carry?
a maximum of 10.
Maximum of 10.
Yes.
Okay, and before we go inside, we always see this tough looking guys standing next to the car. What's their purpose? Is it
it's not just show business. Robert here is the one who's heading the security team.
Yes.
And we are able to keep not only the look, you're able to secure the package, the porters, as you'd want to say. For us, the porters is the bride at that time.
Yes.
And we have all sorts of people on the road when we are moving around. We sometimes encounter stubborn other road users who might not want to appreciate that this is an 8-meter vehicle, sometimes overtaking. And we are able to at least warn them that there is a long vehicle coming by. We have had very good cooperation with the police and most road users, I would say. But one or two, you find somebody trying to maybe look into the vehicle and riding a motorcycle. And we do help them see the error of their ways. Okay, so does this mean Robert and his team then are on bikes along me in the car, or they're inside the car with me? As we travel, they travel in a separate chase car. Okay. So we have a chase car which is part of the package always, which carries up to 4 security team for each function. They then help also in terms of receiving the bride or receiving the guests, because it's not only the bride, it's not only weddings. Receiving the guests, we have the carpets being put out, the stands you'd find there, and then having the client also feel that they are secure. They're secure. Yes. All right. Why is he in white gloves? I've always wondered why is he in gloves? James, why in white gloves? Okay. You want to come closer?
Well, I'm the chauffeur. Yes. And basically, I chauffeur in the clients. I'm always in white because the gloves basically they give you that touch of elegance, and in the cars that you're traveling in, we need that class. Okay. The elegance. So it's really for show. Let's just admit it's for sure, for looking elegant, for looking classy. No, basically for sure, because you want to drive, you want to cruise in such a car. You also need guys who look smart. Who look the part. Yes, you look the part of what you're driving in. I like that. So now let's go into the car. All right.
And you go fast, Dominic, or do I go fast? Or can I go through the other side?
You can...
This is so tricky.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There you go. Maybe I'll scoot over to the corner here.
Scoot over to the corner and you can explain to me. So let me ask you something. The car comes ready-made like this?
Yes.
So no alterations you've done?
No. This is the real deal, the whole 9 yards. This we imported from US. That's back in 2010. And it came custom-made.
Okay.
They come custom-made. This is from one of the best companies. This is Royale. There are a few companies who do this, Crystal, and Royale is one of the best. We were fortunate to get this. It was unused that time. There's no limo that is made a limo, except the Maybachs, some of them.
Okay.
The Mercedes.
What do you mean there's no limo that's made a limo?
What happens is limos are stretched. Most companies get a low mileage vehicle.
Yes.
The limo companies get a low mileage vehicle and model it into the limo. It's stretched into a limo. We have some local
stretched meaning, okay, let me understand this. So are you saying that this car originally fit till here like a normal car and then they extended it?
Correct. Originally this was a saloon car, made a saloon car, most like the Chryslers. Was made a saloon car like the one which you have outside there. The company gets a low mileage vehicle, hardly traveled. This I think had done like 6,000 miles. Then stretched it. Then this is a professional job. As you can see, it's not, you would compare with some of the local done things. This is a very detailed car, complete with console. You should get the whole for drinks, champagnes, the Conca ones. We rarely tend to use this, but this is the heavier duty drinks.
Heavy stuff.
Waters. Our package comes with drinking water. You're able to get water enough for the people who are within here. We are able to then also customize. We customize, you notice the colors, the gold and white. We customize our service, and that's why I tell you we have a service. We have an experience.
It's an experience.
It's not a car. You as well take a matatu or a bus to your wedding or to your function. We customize it to your event. So we would have all the matching napkins. We have nuts and biting, so as you're going between, you're able
point
to
A
snack.
to point B,
You're able to snack on something. We have juices, which are also provided as part of the package. And that is all done, and then the music also is also
the
done.
Entertainment
is done according to the client. What the client wants.
Let me ask you. So, have you modified this thing, or it just came the way it is?
Nothing modified. Nothing modified. The only modifications are the cushions. So
the issue of security in such a car, seeing as we're all sat, you know, in one. How do you ensure that we're all secure inside this car once we're inside this car?
You have belts. All of them have security. We have seat belts. This car doesn't fly. We don't move fast. We move at within speed limits, very well within speed limits. It's a fast vehicle. This car goes up to 60 kilometers per hour, and it can move. But with an event, like with all events, there's no need of rushing it. We plan with the client very well, so that the sitting, normally the primary person sits back there.
So the bride and the groom sit there.
Sit at the back. And that's because the windows can only open at the end down there. Then again, it's more an exclusive place. The controls are also there. We have a control unit which is right up there, where you're able to manipulate. It has an intercom where you're able to correspond with the driver.
Like how you see the movies. So you just need to press a button and then it goes down.
This goes down. This is
where is that button?
It's one of the buttons right there. I wish you could manipulate it. Can you manipulate? Press any.
Press any. We just see. It's exciting.
It slide down. There's a console. You'll see.
Those are the lights that have gone on. Just play with it and then we'll see whether. That's the music now.
That's music. A very good sound system.
I can hear.
So so again, you're able to communicate with the driver that side. Manipulate the lighting system as well. This is a LED all across. Very beautiful by night as well.
Can imagine.
So people then tend to hire evening as well.
Okay.
For dinners.
Yes.
And they get the full effect. Again, with the flat screens, there are 3 of them. Some extra lighting down here. So it's a vehicle which one enjoys and very comfortable.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yes.
All right, so I think we should go into the Chrysler now. The smaller one. No, the Hummer.
The Chrysler. Oh, yes.
We
can do that.
One.
Yes.
I think that's where we should. Yeah, we should head to. Beautiful car.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
But I'm scared.
Why?
I don't know. It just looks.
You're losing something here?
I've lost my. Yeah, you see? All right. Give us a minute. We are trying to get ourselves onto the other end. You really need to know how to enter a limousine. I think you do they practice?
Yeah,
do they practice? Hey, that's a lot of, that's a job and a half.
Well,
and you can't wear a short dress.
Yeah.
They have to be. We are supposed to be.
Now James will give us a small toast of champagne and get a feeling of what happens.
Good life.
Yes.
How the good people live.
Well, it's just celebration, you know. It's, any excuse to pop a champagne.
True, but the newborn baby, like you said, new job, promotion, go ahead and then celebrate.
Yes.
Yeah, people say the world is too misery, it's too sad. We have to make.
You live once.
YOLO, you only live once. So this you serve me as I'm entering.
Yes.
Wow.
Normally, that happens.
Yeah.
Get you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Get to that.
So take me through this. When I come here, do I enter with a glass?
Yes, you'll be able to go in with a glass. We don't pop inside the vehicle.
Yes, of course.
We might lose some of our items or eyes or get damaged.
Yes.
But we pop outside. Most of the times we pop like when you're welcoming visitors. Thank you, James. We are able to pop for them outside where they toast to their particular occasion. If it's the brides, during the photo shoot, they're able to have
line up
the whole entourage.
Yeah.
They all toast and propose a toast to the couple.
Yeah.
And they continue. Then they drink, and they can continue drinking with them. To life.
To life. The good life.
In Kenya.
The good life.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Are we going to sip it now or sip it later?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. It's actually not bad.
Non-alcoholic.
Oh, okay.
So we are within the Mutuzo time.
You're bright. Very bright. Yeah, I was thinking. You're very bright. Okay, I really want to see that because that's more of my
kind of thing.
My kind of thing. It's not too bulky. I find this one's too
intimidating.
Big. Yeah, too intimidating. Thanks.
Well, we cater to all sorts in terms of the clients.
Yes.
That makes sense because you carry your whole team together.
Yes.
When you talk about the limo.
Yes.
The Chrysler carries a maximum of 4.
4 people?
4 people.
Okay.
So you'll find again the bride and the groom are able to sit here comfortably. It's a comfortable vehicle.
Yes.
They're able to have some drinks if they need to have something here and have that space just for them. It has a sunroof. Again, this caters for, I think you saw when we welcome visitors.
Yes.
Like Nicola's bed was actually carried.
In this one, so and even as a sunroof,
we're able to, open the sunroof and able to, celebrate, wave and be appreciated.
Okay.
Yes. So
this
we're privileged
more
enough.
Intimate. This is more.
Yes, a smaller number. We're able to provide up to 10 of them if you want a convoy of them. We've done several weddings where we do then combinations of either the stretch and the small one, or a pure fleet of Chryslers saloons. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right then. Nothing very fancy there when it comes to the dashboard. In terms of driving and stuff. It's just a normal car. Very beautiful.
Yes. Beautiful, powerful. This is a 3.5.
And it
CC.
moves.
It does move, but again, most functions are about elegant transportation, sensible transportation. And most Nairobi roads don't allow you to
anyway, at the end of the
exercise any speed at all.
Yes. Okay, I'd want us to enter the driver's seat of either of the limos, just to see the experience, just to feel the experience that you know.
Drive?
Yeah, I do, but I cannot drive this thing.
Why not?
I cannot. It's too long. Like we've just said, it's very intimidating.
Go into the Chrysler.
It's very intimidating, but as you said, this came from the States.
Yes.
So of course it is a left hand.
No. This is the right hand. This is we were fortunate, as I say, we got a right hand drive vehicle. Of course, we bought it to the specifications of Kenya.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So then you're able to benefit from that.
Okay.
Go straight in.
All right. So let me ask you something. Is there any difference between this and a normal car?
The front, this is the same as what we saw there, the 300C. There's no difference. The only difference with a stretch vehicle is the accessories within the center.
Okay.
Yes.
So it is normal. It's a normal car.
It is a normal car.
Apart from this thing. This the
divider. Yes, the divider. Yes.
That's it. It's a normal car.
And of course, the wiring, of course, has to be able to cater for the systems within. And yes, and it's. I mean, of course, it's the suspensions are stronger because you'll be able to carry a larger load. So we have a very good suspension system. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I can speak to the chauffeur
James.
and ask him, Mr. James. Yes. How long have you been driving limos?
I'll say this is my third year.
Your third year?
Yes.
What do you find exciting about driving a limo?
Well, basically, it's a nice car. It's a comfortable car.
Yes.
More than the rest of the other cars.
Yes.
It's more comfortable. And also, I mean, it's exciting to the feeling of people, wherever you go, people will always be excited.
Of course, people will always be looking
they'll always
at you.
come. And that's me. I mean, how do you feel about driving this car?
Yes.
But I'd say it's been quite an experience.
What about the challenges? What are some of the challenges driving such a car?
Well, the challenges mostly it's other road users, other cars, motorbikes. But with the security guys, it's easier for me, not too difficult. And also our roads, some of them have too high bumps.
Yeah.
We've got some hotels that have sudden
dips.
Yes, sudden dips, so the car can't access.
Yeah.
But anyway, we usually do a recce before a wedding or before an event.
Okay.
So we are sure, I'm sure either the car will be able to access or not.
Doesn't its length also get to you? Doesn't it disturb you? It's extra long, so the corners must be cut at an angle.
Yes, but I've gotten used to it. I mean, the first maybe 3-4 months were a bit difficult, but now I've gotten used to it, so it's not too difficult for me.
So it's good for you.
Yes,
yes. All right, back to you, Dominic, and I just want to tell our viewers back at home, you know, there are those who might be thinking this is a very expensive, you know, venture to go into, but is it worthwhile?
It is, if your heart is in it. I call them partners. I don't say competition. I say partners who I work with, because what happens is some months we get very full, and our policy is to work with others. We don't own. You don't have to own all the limos in the country. But for me, network is what is important. They say your network is your net worth. At the end of the day, people who provide a service to the same level, and those I work closely with, so we are able to give you quite a number of vehicles. So our clients, we are able to, when they come to us, give them a full range of vehicles. There are some who have invested in this and maybe don't get as much business as we do. So it's something which I would tell people to go into. It's probably cheaper to buy a limo than to buy a new Range Rover.
Well, a Range Rover I'll use every day. A limo I can't use every day.
This is a business at the end of the day. I don't drive this. And I can count the times I have been driven in this vehicle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's a matter of a service you're providing to the public.
Yes.
And if you go into it with your heart, it's a good business to go into.
Is it? It's worth it. It's you know, people always think about the money aspect. Am I going to get money out of it? And if I am,
I'll
how
tell Kenyans
soon?
this: don't be quick about getting money. It will come to you even if it comes after 10 years. The returns on investment are not very fast, but it's worthwhile. We consider ourselves people who bring people together in terms of their happiest moments.
Okay.
So I've been fortunate to be able to share in some of the happiest Kenyan moments.
True.
And it makes me a better person at the end of the day.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me come out, there are the people who are so excited. They're just whispering my name, and I'll just look at Robert. Robert, you want to enter the hammer? No, it's that guy over there.
He's right up there. Good.
Okay, we're taking Jal. You're coming to be live.
This looks nice.
It looks nice, huh?
Yeah.
It looks worth it.
Unfortunately, I got married many years ago.
But you can
do a renewal.
You can do a renewal, thank you, or you can celebrate.
If I was Muswati,
yes,
and I had to take 15 wives, I think I'll take this one.
You'd take that one. All right. You have any questions for Dominic?
Now, this vehicle,
yes,
there are certain areas it cannot go. Because the Kenyan roads, what do you do when you go to places where it's not accessible at all?
We do a recce all the time. Before we move, travel anywhere, we do a reconnaissance. We actually go and do a route check to make sure that, and there are situations where we go and find a big dip. We actually had one guy who made a road to get the car to his place, but there was a ditch the hammer could not pass. So we then agreed on the easiest place, most convenient, where then somebody is able to come with a smaller car, still get the whole 9 yards done for him, the carpet and all at that spot, and from there we continue, we proceed with the function.
But even for this car to enter this gate, our gate here, is a challenge. What do you do?
Yes, I came here yesterday.
You make a gate?
No, I came here yesterday. That's why we're having the show.
Yeah.
Because I was sure the cars can be able to come in. When I'm sure the cars can be able to enter, we proceed with the function. Yeah.
Wow, this is good. How many of these do you have?
They are unlimited.
Unlimited.
But there are about 7 limousines, stretch limousines in the country, which I would call the proper stretch limousines. So we manage 2 of them. The others with partners.
Do you have competition?
We have partners.
Do you have other companies who rival you? That's what I mean.
I'll not say rival, because I think we are the top of the service providers, and my other colleagues will hold me true to this, because we don't cut corners. We give you the full range of the service. Actually, most of what you pay goes towards the service, and we still have the track record of not having any significant complaint of any function that we have had.
Do you go to other places except Nairobi?
Yes, we have been to Mombasa, and we are going to Mombasa this December. Now, with these vehicles, they are pre-booked. So, like December and August tend to be pre-booked, because it's purely first come, first serve. Nobody will come and tell me, I'll give you more hours, more money, and we take it. We work with those values of first come, first serve. So, we do have some December days also booked in advance, and we'll be in Mombasa in December.
Oh, this is good. Maybe you can come inside.
Thank you.
I can see Mr. Njai had started eating the crisps.
Yeah,
he needs to be served champagne. He needs to be served champagne for Mutegi. Champagne.
You know,
Julius?
The nutritionist told us
not to, but we're in a limousine.
Non-alcoholic. Don't worry.
Not
the crisps.
The crisps.
I've been told not to eat them.
Yeah.
But we're saying we're celebrating.
Yeah.
We're celebrating being in a nice car. Now, this one was used to carry our heroes.
Yes.
The ones who came from China. So who was in this car?
Well, we had a number of senators, governors, and we also had Diego. We had, we call him.
Hold your mic up a bit.
Sorry. Yeah. Am I forgetting the team captain?
Yes.
Was also within here, and I think that's the most press featured Sonko with.
Of course.
Yes.
Let me ask you: does like now that event take it for you to the next level? Do you find more people inquiring about your services?
We have been in operation for the last 5 years, and for us, we also feel good when we're providing a service at a national level for our heroes. So for most of these services, we offer concessionary rates for things like that.
Okay.
The rugby team have been close to us all along. They've been a bit quiet. Things I think have not been too strong right now.
They'll be back. Yes.
We're still behind them.
Yes.
So we work closely, of course, with Athletics Kenya and others when we need to be able to welcome our guests.
Okay, to transport them.
In a country like Kenya, where many people cannot afford a meal, this ostentation, isn't it rather embarrassing for a country like this?
I would say not. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Kenya is about hard work.
Yes.
And this, I'll tell you, is a result of hard work. Okay? You will not stay behind and say, you will look for ways, of course, of offering. Some of our clients, by the way, have been people who cannot really match up to affording, but we are able to then negotiate rates and give them rates which are able when they want the service. Because they do, let's say, for example, a wedding. Only once. It's only once you do a wedding. Do it well. And the good thing about it, I would say, from our track record, because we keep track with the people who use these services, they're still together. Somebody used to say, oh, you'll have a wedding so big and then tomorrow...
Then you break up.
Tomorrow you break up. Yeah. I'm yet to see any of our clients in those 5 years say they have broken up. Some come back for their kids' anniversary or baby from hospital, that kind of thing. And that helps us keep track. And we are happy. Somebody sees us move our office to Valley Road. We are located along Valley Road now. And a couple came driving by and came inside with a baby of theirs who was about 3 years old. And they saw their picture on the wall and said, this is our limo. And that makes me happy at the end of the day, because they remember the day we gave them something to remember.
The experience that you're talking about.
Yes.
For those who are just curious, how much would it cost to buy a limo?
Limo, it depends. I'll tell you it depends, because it varies. You may go for a Maybach, which would cost you some $300,000. These limos would cost you anything between 10,000 shillings, 10 million shillings to 15 million shillings. Okay. But it varies at the end of the day, because you need to be able to look to get the right specifications to be able to come in. Any longer than this becomes a problem when it comes to our roads. Turning, clearance. So you need to be able to understand the business before you just jump into it. Because we've had situations where the car might be in a problem because it cannot really get as much business. There are areas it cannot go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have situations where people, I don't know, they may know the answer to this, but do you have situations where a person may have to go to a bank to borrow money to get a service?
I went to a bank, no, not to get our service.
To get your service.
To get your service.
To get your service.
To get our service?
Yes.
I don't think so. It's not that expensive. If you look
How
at
much is it? Let's
talk about a normal wedding.
Yes.
A normal wedding will get you about 150. You spend about 150. What happens is,
for this vehicle only?
Yes, for this vehicle. The package. It's not the vehicle, it's the experience.
Yeah.
Okay? As I said, it's not the vehicle I'm selling. You might as well take a matatu or a KBS to the
wedding.
Yeah.
But it's an experience.
Okay.
The experience costs you about 150.
Yeah.
Average.
For the day.
On average. And it's not for the day. What happens is, there are those who take it for the day. That might be a bit more expensive when you're taking the whole day.
Yeah.
It's based on your needs. For example, let's talk about the airport transfer. From an airport transfer, would do about 2 hours. Okay. The same would be
from the church to
from the
home to the church.
Okay, from most weddings, if you talk about, okay, let me talk about them in the categories.
Yes.
Okay, so an airport transfer, baby from hospital would be maximum 2 hours, about 2 hours.
Yes.
From your place, from a hospital
to home.
Take traffic.
Yes.
Is an act of God.
Yes.
But again, about 2 hours. Okay. Now, if you're doing a wedding, the bride is normally picked from home, her home. From her home, she's taken to the church. From the church, she's taken to reception. To photo shoot, sorry.
Yes, photo shoot.
Photo shoot?
Yes.
From photo shoot to the reception.
Yeah.
Once that is done, we're done.
You're done.
That takes normally about 6 hours. Yeah? So about 6 hours. Yeah.
So that person who takes 6 hours for the wedding, and the person who goes from the airport, the price is not the same?
It depends on where you're going. Within Nairobi, the prices are basically the same. And Nairobi goes up to Thika, that kind of thing. You find the same.
So roughly about 150,000, and it's an experience where you have drinks, you have snacks, and that will carry me, let's say, from my house to the church,
to the photo shoot, to the reception.
So it's more like a full day affair for 150,000.
Yes,
okay. Because a lot of viewers were asking how much would it cost roughly, and to think about it, it's the same as fueling, let's say, 10 cars.
Exactly.
You decided to fuel 10 cars. Part of your convoy.
It comes to about the same.
It comes to about the same. What about maintenance of this car?
It's not cheap. Some of the parts you have to order from outside because they're not available here. There's some representatives of the countries of the companies I won't mention, who are the dealers, but it's not always that they will have the parts available. They'll give you a 3-month window for you to order, so sometimes you have to order directly.
This car comes as it is, not assembled here.
No.
As it is.
No. This is done and stretched by a Limos, a qualified, we call him QMV, qualified vehicle maintenance companies, certified. So are the ones who actually are able to stretch this.
This is which country?
This is American. Both of these are American.
The American cars.
Yeah, the American vehicles. Okay. Because the standards have to be maintained that the car won't turn and you leave the bride somewhere else. The chassis. It's not just about joining a car. There are a lot of dynamics that go into stretching a vehicle.
Yes.
So it has to be a company that knows what they're doing and they're certified to do what they're doing.
Do you have challenges with parking?
Of course.
When you are moving around and maybe you have to pick wherever you are picking, with this car you can't park anywhere in the street. You can't park anywhere in the streets of Nairobi.
We do park, but then it means then I have to pay for 4 parkings.
You have to pay for 4 parkings.
Yes.
Okay.
And it depends. It depends on most functions. We actually we do a recce in advance, so that then we have the client reserve a spot for it to be able to park. So there's a lot of planning in advance, and this is still all part of the package, because I won't tell you, pay me to come and check your place.
True.
So we do go and check. We travel as far as Meru to go do a recce before the function, Mombasa, Eldoret, so that then we're able to be sure that your function goes without a hitch.
Do you find yourselves disappointing potential clients? In what way?
Rarely does that happen. Now, disappointments come...
Maybe a road. Maybe some people are not able to dig a road so that you can come.
No, disappointments come in terms of lack of planning, where the person maybe changes the plans, because we contract everything. Everything is contracted before you hire, and we have agreed you're going from point A to B. A change in route. I remember a time when they were building Thika Highway. We did a recce 2 months ahead, then went and found that road is blocked. But fortunately, we know the routes well, and we used another route. And you're able to go there. So it's rarely you find a disappointment. I'm yet to find something might go wrong, 1 or 2 things, maybe in a color not being completely put, because we actually, when the color coding, sometimes you don't find the exact color of there are a lot of new colors, fuchsias and blush
that you have no idea about.
The ladies tend to be better on that.
Okay. All right, Dominic, thank you very much for joining us here on the Power Breakfast Show. As you can see, Mutegi is very comfortable. Like you renewing your vows, Sanjao. You
come talk to
Dominic.
Come talk to me.
Yes, celebration. We can celebrate. We can have a Power Breakfast party in here. We can do different things in here. But thank you very much for coming. And we're coming to the end of the Power Breakfast Show for this morning. We do hope that you've been informed, you've been entertained, you've been educated, you've learned something new. It's not a bad thing renting out a limousine for a special occasion, for a celebration. So think about it, and you can look for Dominic. He'll be able to.
It's not very expensive.
It's not very expensive.
I mean, it's like hiring a convoy.
Yes, that's what we said, hiring a convoy of cars.
So when you do a pre-wedding party, include this limousine.
Include this limousine.
As a part of your cost.
As part of the cost. All right, on behalf of everyone who makes this show a success, thank you very much for joining us. We want to wish you a lovely Thursday. See you tomorrow, same time, same place.